Hi. So welcome to day 2 of Let It Effing Go. Today's topic is around communicating with objects in your life, material things. We have the physical, the body, the spiritual, the emotional, material. And I believe they're all sort of reflecting each other. So whatever is internally going on for you in a deep sense, a spiritual sense, it sort of is reflected out on the objects you see. And then there's also a little bit of a reverberation, because I believe manipulation of those things around you too also has an impact on your internal workings. So they're all sort of interplaying. So in the spirit of letting things go, one of my biggest desires that I think would help me feel better physically is getting rid of my stuff. A lot of excess clothes. I have a lot of clothes. I have a lot of things that I don't use. I have a lot of dishes that I don't use or like. And they follow me around from place to place. So I came across this video by Marie Kondo, and I'll get into it a little bit more. I know I've said her name like 1,000 times now, but she's so cute. You should totally go watch the video I posted. But she has a lot of wisdom. She talks about feeling how your objects make you feel. So we'll get into that later. For now, I'm going to start us off with a meditation. So again, get comfortable, close your eyes, sit up straight and erect. And begin to focus on your breath. Lifting up through the crown of the head, drawing the shoulder blades onto the back, feeling your sit bones rested and anchored. And just coming back to what we worked on yesterday, building the communication with the body, beginning to flex the sensory system internally. So bringing the awareness to the breath, noticing the rise and fall of the chest, any sensations of the breath entering and exiting the body. Bringing your awareness back to the breath if the mind has wandered. And opening your inner ears, listening more closely to what your body is speaking to you. Where do you feel openness? Where do you feel any constriction? Where do you feel heavy? Where do you feel light? Do you notice any energy moving through your body? Maybe you could think of a color that the energy is like. Again, coming back to the breath. If the mind has wandered, coming back to the body's sensations. Notice now where your body meets the space around you. So tracing the outline of where your body ends and the rest of the room begins. Maybe where your sit bones hit whatever you're sitting on, where your feet are resting on the floor, where your back is resting against a chair. Notice how the air feels on your skin. Is the air cool? Is it soft? Is it warm? And now bringing your awareness back again to the focus of the sensations in the breath. Begin to slow your breath, so extending the breath to a count of 4. Exhaling to a count of 4. And bring an intention now into your internal awareness. You can write it down once we're done. Just taking note now of what you intend to achieve over the next 14 days, 13 days now. Maybe letting go is an obvious one, but how do you want to feel? Imagine yourself letting go of whatever it is you want to let go. And imagine yourself as lightened from your load. What feelings come up there in this new, lighter you? Coming back to the breath, counting in for 4 and out for 4. Gently open your eyes, gaze is at the floor in front of you. And it slowly lifts. Ooh. Oh my gosh, it's already 10 minutes into this video. Okay, so that was a little bit longer of a meditation. Just sort of reground, take a breath, come back to here and now. Okay, so yeah, I mean, we are our surroundings and our surroundings are us and all of that. And though there is this barrier between our bodies and the outside world, like we just scanned our sort of delineation from something else, the other things around us, I believe they're still interacting. Things contain energies. I might be extrapolating a little bit, but I'm pretty sure that somewhere in quantum physics, they're finding that though there are atoms creating solid things, solid forms, those atoms on more, on smaller levels, on more, the subparticles, the smaller particles, are waves that are not really causing any delineation, that things are on a very foundational level the same. I mean, that brings up a lot of questions for me, like, what the hell, basically? How, you know? But I think that that's the experience that we're intended to have in human form, et cetera, et cetera. So we're dealing with these energies that are intertwined. And so if we work on the exterior, we can potentially change the interior and vice versa. Okay, so Marie Kondo has a few points in terms of organizing things in your life, which for me, I know when things are organized, I feel better. And when I feel better, things are organized. So she has some tips and tools for consciously, lovingly, approaching getting rid of things, keeping things, and continuing to live with your things, having a relationship with your things. So I'll post another article that I thought was really good about her philosophy as well. But essentially some points that I wanted to express that are her philosophy are saying a prayer before you organize a room or clean a room, you know, just giving it that little bit of extra ceremony. And she also, this is kind of less esoteric or philosophical, but basically the approach is interesting. She says organize and declutter by category. So rather than decluttering a room, which I just did, I tried to do my yoga room. It's so much easier to do a room, I feel like, but she says do it by category. And that makes sense because then you are doing all of your clothes and having the clothes be completely organized in whichever rooms they need to be in, specifically, rather than picking up in each individual room and then getting frustrated later because the things that you organized in that room now have to be shifted to this room for whatever reason once you get to that next room. And then she says give thanks to the things that you want to get rid of. So what is something that I'm like not in love with? I don't know, like I don't really use this remote. It doesn't bring me joy. It's connected to a system that I don't use and I don't think I ever will. So probably gonna get rid of this in some way or fashion. Give it away. I don't like trashing things. Probably give it to Salvation Army. So I have this thing. It doesn't bring me joy. So I say thank you. Thank you. And then that's it. And then I give it away. But the extra gratitude, I feel like, is a great practice for appreciating the things that you have in your life and slowing down your day a little bit to become more aware of what's going on around you and how it makes you feel. And then acknowledging that this thing in your life has an impact on you and appreciating the, I want to say the spirit of it, but that's like, I feel like a lot of people get weirded out by that. But I believe that different objects sort of have a spirit. At the very least, I think that what you're doing is you're just practicing gratitude, and plenty of research on the power of gratitude on the psyche. So if you don't think it has a spirit, at least practice gratitude, which no one has to buy my belief, but it's more fun when everything has a spirit. Okay, so she also So as I just practiced there, it doesn't bring me joy, so therefore I give it away. So when you are going through things, you're checking in with yourself, checking in with your body. And she mostly speaks Japanese, but she expresses what she feels like joy is in this interview with Ellen, and then what she feels like sadness is, and she's very like theatrical about it. But it's notable, right? Because let's see, this I like this. Like this brings me joy. I light up with it a little bit. I don't know, it brings me joy. This, no. So noticing how your cells rise in the body. She actually talks about noticing how the cells elevate with joy and depress with sadness. So keep things in your life that lift your cells with joy. That sounds amazing. So, and then giving anything that you don't want, that makes you sad or just not filled with joy, an arigato. And another thing that is hard to practice for me, but I thought was a good point and something to kind of bring into different sorts of daily tasks, is turning off music. So she says, don't listen to music while you're throwing your things away or organizing your things or whatever, because then you're not really hearing the body as much as you could. And it might be harder to decipher whether an object is making your body lift with joy or if the music is making your body lift with joy. Okay, I've gone on long enough, going on 20 minutes. It's midnight. I should get off, but yeah, let me know if you have any questions. Let me know what you think about this philosophy. Do you buy it? Do you think she's got anything there? And let me know if you try it out, how you like it. So hope everyone's doing well, and I will see you tomorrow.